Assalamu alaikum. Ramadan Mubarak. You see, nobody likes to subtract or divide, so instead we all multiply. But in a sense, nobody realizes that the more we multiply, the more we actually divide. So tell me, is it all a lie? Now, I'm not saying that I'm going to change the world, but maybe I can exchange some truth for some diamonds and pearls. But then again, is it worth it to even try and rework it? Because I watch the news and life seems like a continuous circuit. Got the lies and the acts, Asians, Hispanics, and the blacks, a predominantly white government, people who live life and are just loving it. But through all the darkness and clouds that I see, there's this large black shadow. I feel like it follows me. I see blood stains on the screen, people screaming, people bleed. This life is obscene. But hang on, I'm staring at my TV screen. So I flip CNN to NBC, and what do I see? Tax returns, witch hunt, Russia probe. I hear the same old hooks. Read about politics on my Twitter, pictures of the same old crooks. Old white lady next door, bless her heart, she gives me the same old looks, wondering if I'm Mexican or Arab or what I just took. You can call me naive or biased of some sort. I'm tired of hearing if I'm not black, I can't leap in no sports. Why your maid gotta be Hispanic if she mopping your floor? And why all my fellow Asians taking all my scholarships with their GMAT scores? Why I gotta be so stereotypical when I flow? Sometimes we gotta laugh at our truths or people won't learn to grow. And sure, sometimes I'm blind and I play into my own rhymes, but I'm human too, nobody's perfect in mine. I see racial crimes, I see immigration lines, but worst of all, I see real life destroying the free. So why's it gotta be? We gotta come together in our desperate time of need. It's a cruel reality, the world has blossomed from its seed, so I ask God why when I drop to my knees. Why? Why? See, I'm just trying to be my Christian brother, a positive MC, raised by a Muslim mother. I got zero hate for my Jewish sisters, so what role does religion play when we all basically reading the same scriptures? Still, I had to ask my mom something that's always been on my mind. I said, Mom, why do Dancy's backbite and talk trash all the time? She said, son, you want to see a change, don't be sorry. March out into that world with your one-man army. And what could harm me? I'm strong, it won't take long. I'm gonna make a change. But damn, was I wrong. I can tell you growing up, I've never been racially discriminated before, but ever since 9/11, we've been at discrimination's core. But what are they discriminating for? See, what do I tell my little brother growing up in this world when he says, Bye, why do people hate each other? What happened to the rules that you must always love your brothers? And by why are those grown-ups outside, man? What's going on? Didn't he give the khutbah last week? And now he's doing wrong? And by why don't these other kids have food to eat? How can we sit and have dinner when my friends go straight to sleep? It's a cruel reality. The world has blossomed from its seed, so I still ask God why when I drop to my knees. I say, why? Why? But see, I refuse to believe in the mad queen, but the world is on fire. I promise I'm not bluffing. Climate change got so real last week, Bill Nye started cussing. See, there's a lot of things about this country that you gotta help me understand, like, how can a law dictate a woman's body when that law was created by a man? Ain't that blown out of proportion? Grown men out here making laws about abortion? CEOs of monopolies making a fortune and their workers have housing that they can barely afford? When are we going to really acknowledge that this country was built on the backs of slaves and we still have that mentality ingrained in our system today? The home of indigenous people, they're rolling in their graves and we still want to ban immigrants from staying? I know there's a problem when rapists are walking free and you can go to jail in some states for rolling and smoking weed, and knowledge is so sacred, you gotta teach finance at home because they don't teach you that in public school, but we'll enslave you to credit cards and loans. You see, I know we have problems and I'm swinging for the fences, but I'm just trying to be heard in a culture full of likes and mentions, because we all got dreams and we all got aspirations, and we're all trying to find validation from social media verification, but guess what? Even politics got Twitter fingers. Welcome to America. And I'm not saying it's bad. I love that they're on Twitter, but I hate seeing my leaders fighting over 280 characters. At DJO Fresh is my Twitter handle, by the way. And I know it's easy to criticize from afar, so to all the politicians in here, I'm not here to tell you that you're doing a good job. I'm here to tell you we may not always agree, and you know what, that's fine, but I need you to keep fighting for our lives. Because it's a cruel reality, the world has blossomed from its seed, and I get exhausted asking God why when I drop to my knees. So I walk outside now and I got my fists up for Black lives, I co-sign. I'm yelling free Palestine until my throat dries. I'm yelling free the Yemenis and stop the genocide. We got blood on our hands, we can't turn a blind eye. And I'm not saying I don't support the troops, I love them. But if we're not fighting for God's sake, don't send me any helmets or boots, because what's an oxymoron? Bombing for peace. I've seen these kids in Iraq and Afghanistan and Syria, they just look like they want something to eat. So you tell me what's worse, grown folks who are jobless, or Twitter rants and trade wars with limited progress? See, I never blame our president, I blame the system, and all the politics and leaders that don't want to fix him. Instead, we all fall victim to a society dominated by so-called Christians and high leaders that don't want to listen. But it's going to take more than one religion and gender to make things better, so we all got to put aside our pride, and we all got to come together. Because I want a place to call home where tomorrow's guaranteed. I want to sit on my couch and watch Game of Thrones in peace. I want to wake up tomorrow and not worry about seeing a school shooter on TV or people trying to divide our country because of race or by greed. I know, bless your souls, I know you're trying, but what I'm saying is try harder. Take our children out of the cages and bring them back to their mothers and fathers. Because really, it takes a special individual to represent our nation. And for that, I am so grateful for everyone in this room. And everyone else, we will forever keep praying. Thank you. One love.